I want to take you to a different county where just 2 days after the judiciary suspended court operations, a section of Kenyans whose cases are still pending in court have expressed concerns that they might not get justice on time. As Francis Mtalaki, joining us from Mombasa, is about to tell us more. Mtalaki, the country knows what's happening. The world knows what's happening. What do the residents of Mombasa want in terms of a solution during these 14 days?
Well, a very good morning, Zinzi. I've just come to Kilifi County in Mtwapa, where we have visited a school here, which is Sir Hanajad, a special school. And as you can see, these are some of the students who have special needs that until this moment they are yet to go home. And they have two issues. One has to do with the education shutdown directive. I would want to understand from the management maybe what plans do they have for the special schools and the special pupils for that matter. And with regard to that, another issue has to do with the suspension of the courts, given that this school is also affected in terms of court matters. They have a court battle between one of the four individuals who have been suspected to have stolen 50 million from these students. But with me, I want to bring in Mr. Amir Mohammed, who is one of the management people from this area. Maybe tell us, in terms of any arrangements of making sure that you comply with the government directive, how are you going to undertake it?
Well, we are taking seriously the directive that was given by His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta in terms of shutting down the schools. We have already started dispersing those who are in primary school. They have already left, most of them, and we are left with these ones here who are in secondary, who are in boarding, and they will be dispersing hopefully by tomorrow. We are going to do our best to disperse all of them. We are providing all the necessary information that is required in terms of prevention of the coronavirus, as instructed by the Ministry of Health. We are making them aware, and we are assisting them by providing whatever necessities that we can give, because we are an organization that runs on charity, and it's being sponsored by Mombasa Cement fully. We have provided them with whatever is required. We are giving them some food to take home with them, and however, we will not be able to send all of them home, because we will be left with some who are parentless and who are orphans and disabled, as you can see, and we will have to take care of them meanwhile. But we will follow all the precautionary measures that are required, and under the guidance of the Ministry of Health that is taking care and assisting us in doing this.
I understand some of the special needs students here. Also, when they go back home, the community feels maybe like they are not needed in that community. Maybe for those special needs pupils, what do you have in store for them?
Well, we are talking to the parents. We are ensuring that we are providing whatever necessities in terms of education. So we just don't stop education while they are away at home. We will try to ensure that they go home with enough materials to continue reading and learning at the same time. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Maybe Zinzi can also speak to one of those pupils. I'm told he is the best in terms of the Africa competition for persons with disability. Tueleze labda, ulisema uko na kilio chako kuhusiana na rais na kinahusiana na nini labda? Majina yako?
Mimi majina yangu naitwa Steven Wandoho. Mimi ndio school captain, yani mimi ndio mkubwa wa wanafunzi. I represent them everywhere I go. I represent them and I represent the school. Mimi kilio changu kwa president ni kwamba mimi naomba angalia hawa the Bajabel family. Unajua wao walikuwa wametumwa Malaba wakatuchukulie pesa watulete. Hiyo pesa ilikuwa ya kukuja kusaidia sisi hapa shule na kutusaidia pia tuweze kusoma na kukaa vizuri. Lakini wao walipotumwa Malaba kuchukua, walipoenda walikuwa wana communicate vizuri. Waliporudi, walipofika Nairobi, wakazima simu na wakahepa kabisa. For 3 good weeks hawaonekani. Ndo sasa wakafanya polisi wakatafutwa wakafanya search regional commander wa Mombasa wa polisi. Na
ungetaka nini ukimalizia?
Mimi ningetaka wale Bajabel family wote wafungwe kwa sababu
Asante sana. Well, those are some of the claims that are coming from the students saying that they would want justice in terms of the court matter that is still pending at the Shanzu locals with regard to a court case that is ongoing currently, and they would want that maybe the coronavirus to be dealt with as early as possible so that they can be able to have justice delivered to them. Back to you.
Right, Mtalaki, before I do let you go, do we know the sort of measures that specific school where you're in has taken? The students behind you can clearly tell that's not 1 meter apart.
Well, the crowd is just a bit 1 meter apart, but the situation here, the challenge that is here for the special needs is that most of those who are guiding them are saying that it is a bit of a challenge in terms of containing them. But for them, they have been given some instructions, and many of them, as you can see, are trying to follow the directive of having 1 meter apart. And these are some of the emerging challenges that they're saying that the public have to deal with in terms of the special schools and for persons with disability in this area, and specifically here at Mtwapa, Kilifi County.